Hello everyone. I am Prerna Garg, Assistant Professor, Jaipuria Institute of Management, Ghaziabad, and I welcome you all to my next lecture on consumer behavior and marketing communication. So, in today's lecture, we will be discussing a very important and very interesting concept of sales promotion, rather consumer promotions. So, we as consumers have always looked forward that to promotional activities. We have always craved for discounts, for coupon, and we have been using these terms so interchangeably in today's in our lives that we are often found searching out for some coupons on the platforms like Groupon. We would be applying certain promo codes, we would be searching for some bank discount. Sometimes you would even borrow our friend's credit card or debit card in order to avail certain discounts. But why? Why are the marketers actually creating such cobweb around us, wherein we are only focusing about what promotional offer can I access, what promotional offer can I actually apply? We will be discussing the different kinds of promotion, sales promotion, consumer sales promotion that the marketers usually use. Before we understand the different types of consumer sales promotion, we must understand the role of sales promotion. Why marketers are doing sales promotion? And what are the different types of sales promotion? So, sales promotion is not just a word that is confined to offering discounts or offers to the consumers. They can, the marketer or the manufacturer can also offer discounts to their trade partners. That means they can also offer discounts that are usually called as trade discounts to the intermediaries or to the entities that are not actually consuming that particular product, but they are further reselling it. So, there are two types of promotions that can be done by the marketer. They can be consumer sales promotion and they can be trade sales promotion. So, consumer sales promotions are directed at consumers, that means on the entity that is actually consuming the product or buying the product for personal consumption or household consumption, while trade sales promotion completely talks about the entities that are purchasing the product for further selling. So, these two levels become important because marketers have to decide and devise different strategies for consumer sales promotion and trade sales promotion. So, today's topic will completely focus on the first type of sales promotion, that is the consumer sales promotion. So, we will be discussing at length what are the different types of sales promotion and what commandments must be taken care of while designing sales promotion strategy. So, here comes the four areas that usually serve as the importance of sales promotion. So, let us discuss them. Why are sales promotion becoming so important? Let us discuss it at the holistic view, be it the trade promotions or be it the consumer promotions. Why are actually sales promotion becoming so important? Sales promotion is becoming important because of various reasons. The main reasons that have been identified are there on the board. We are all aware that the consumer is becoming really literate. Therefore, consumer factors are very important. We as consumers are not in those times wherein we would go and buy a product only and only because of the credibility of the retailer. We have always seen our parents and grandparents going to a particular shop and not negotiating, not bargaining, not asking the price even. They would simply go and say, just pack this, and the retailer would pack it and give them, and they are happy. If we ask them why did they do so, why didn't they ask if there is any discount or offer or any coupon code, they would say, don't worry, we have been knowing this retailer since ages, we trust them. But these days the consumer is really smart. Consumer factors, because of their high literacy, because of their increasing disposable income, because of the changing family structures, they are really looking after very carefully, and they know what to buy, why to buy and how to buy. Therefore, they are having access to the second factor, that is the technology. They are having technology on the go with them 24/7, and if any advertiser is communicating a message to them, they would instantly go to the use of technology and confirm the authenticity of the message. They can easily check all the information related to a particular brand. They can always compare the brand with its immediate competitors. They can always check on the different online portals, on which portal they are getting a better price, on which portal they can use certain loyalty points they have accumulated in their accounts. They can use some coupon code or probably some of the payment partner that can facilitate to avail a discount. Therefore, consumer factors and technological factors have really facilitated the decision making, and they have challenged the marketers in order to redesign and rethink about sales promotion. So, now the marketers know that they need to go for sales promotion if they really want to shoot up their sales. Apart from these two, marketers are also identifying one major change, that is changing retail power and of the retailers. That means there were times when retailers were not that aware about what product or which product category or brand is giving them more profits. But now with the advent of time and again with the infusion of technology, marketers or retailers rather, they are having those barcode scanners, the inventory management softwares wherein they can easily know wherein they can easily identify which product is being demanded more, how much stock they have actually arranged for a particular brand and how much is left, which product is giving them more profit margin and which is not giving them more profit margin. Therefore, marketers and or retailers have identified what is more beneficial and what is less beneficial. Therefore, the manufacturers have again identified that the retailers have become more empowered these days. Therefore, they would give them trade discount, they would give them bulk purchasing discount, they would give them the point of sales displays and whatnot. So, marketers have understand that the role of sales promotion is very, very critical, because again the expenditure that you would be incurring on sales promotion activity would probably be better than using only advertising or do not giving any sales promotion, sales promotional technique and missing out on a large proportion of your channel partners or on the customers. So, in totality the sales promotions have really become very critical for any manufacturer. They really want to understand the psychology of the retailers or the distributors as well as of the consumers, so that they can formulate strategy and give them discounts, offers, coupon codes, vouchers and many more options and capture them, or they can convince them, persuade them to retain. In order to be more specific about sales promotion, now sales promotion seems to be very easy, but it is not. Sales promotion incurs a good amount by a manufacturer. They really have to put in efforts to design sales promotional strategies, because there are different kinds of sales promotional options that are available. But before designing or devising or identifying which sales promotional offer should they go for, they must follow these 10 commandments. They must understand that these 10 commandments are really critical for any sales promotional campaign success. The first commandment says, every marketer have to be very, very clear about specific objectives. Undisciplined, undirected creative effort is a waste of time and resources. When you are trying to plan a sales promotional activity or when you are planning to use a sales promotional tool, as a marketer you have to understand that it has to be the right tool, it has to be directed to the right audience, and it has to be something creative that can actually fetch your audience to buy it. Therefore, any work which is not creative, any work which is undirected or not appealing to the customers is absolutely useless. The second commandment says, we as a marketer or manufacturer must know how basic promotional techniques work. That is, we are having the options of conducting a contest, a sweepstake, a price of deal, anything. There are n number of options, but we should know which basic promotional technique would work in our case. Not every product is same, not every buyer is same, not every situation when you are trying to use the sales promotional tactic is same. Therefore, you have to understand the right time and right sales promotional technique that would work, and then you should pitch for it. Third is use simple attention getting copy. Most promotions are built around a simple idea like save 75 cents or anything like that. Emphasize the idea and don't try to be cute. That means marketers should completely focus on being very precise, very crisp when they are trying to convey a sales promotional offer. The more confusing an offer would be, the more ignorant a customer will definitely become. So, be very clear. If you are giving rupees 75 off, make it clear, make it crisp, make it large, rupees 75 flat off. Therefore, the consumer will feel more convinced about it. The fourth commandment says, use contemporary, easy to track graphics. Don't expect to fit 500 words and 20 illustrations into a quarter page freestanding insert. That means you should, as a marketer, you should be aware of the fact that any sales promotional offer or this communication should not be overburdened with words or illustrations. You have to be very careful while design your sales promotional offer, and it has to use a proper combinations of images and of text. The text and images have to be balanced, it need not to be overburdened, so that the consumer can infer or interpret the meaning very carefully and in a very easy way out of it. Most of the offers or sales promotional campaigns that we come across usually are on the roadsides, on the highways, or whenever we are on the go. Therefore, an overburdening of text would probably disable my ability to infer that particular message. So, you use very easy graphics, less text and easy to interpret message. The fifth commandment says, clearly communicate the concept. Again, on the same line, the message should be communicated in a simple and easy to understand way, understandable, because majority of the audience or most of the audience that you are catering to may not be having the same amount of literacy or the same amount of articulation ability. So, make it simple, make it clear. The sixth commandment says, reinforce the brand's advertising message. You have to understand that you have to reinforce the brand's advertising message from time to time. Just because we have discussed the concept of continuity, spontaneity in the previous lectures, therefore, we have to understand that sales promotional offers also have to be communicated from time to time, so that the consumers do not miss out on them. The seventh commandment says, support the brand's positioning and image. Any sales promotional offer that the brand is intending to use or is trying to communicate, it must fall in sync with the brand's overall image. For image sensitive brands or categories, you must be very careful. For brands that are actually of conspicuous nature or luxury nature, these sales promotional offers have to be carefully designed. So, not all products are falling into the category of convenience products or staple products, not all products are falling into the category of shopping products, and not all are luxury products. So, just because we are having different product categories, we have to understand that the promotional campaign must fall in sync with the brand's image. The eighth commandment of sales promotion says, you have to coordinate promotional efforts with other marketing plan. Now, whenever a marketer is going for a sales promotional campaign, they know that they are already in line with different messages or advertising campaigns in the or marketing plans in the market. Therefore, you have to coordinate all the promotional efforts. A marketer may intend to go for buy one get one offer also. They may also go for giving a coupon in a local newspaper in the form of a leaflet. They may also go for the online offers or discounts codes, or they may also tie up with some payment gateway to give offers. Therefore, you have to very carefully integrate all the promotional efforts that you have been using, so that the consumer feel convinced and they are captured on any of the platform from which they intend to buy. The ninth commandment says, know the media you work through. You have to be again very careful in identifying which media suits you the best, or which media is used by most of your target audience. Just because we are already done with the concept of reach and frequency, so we are clear with the fact that most of the consumers may be using a certain media vehicle to access your information. Therefore, marketers must understand that they have to communicate their sales promotional offer on a media that is most commonly used by most of their target audience. If they would fail to do so, if they would probably communicate an offer through a media that is hardly used by any of their consumer, or that is least used by their consumer, the efforts are again going into vain. Therefore, they have to carefully identify which media will work best for them, and therefore communicate the sales promotional offer. And the last commandment says, involve the trade. You have to build relationship with resellers. Again, the resellers or the channel partners or the intermediaries involved in delivering the product to the final consumers really play a very important role in communicating your sales promotion offer. The way they display your products and offers on the POS points or POP points, this is very critical. The way their word of mouth communicated to the customer, or the way they just say, take it I am telling you this is good, would really work. Therefore, marketers have to build good relationship with their resellers and convince them to place their products at the right position in their stores, so that the visibility of those promotional offers can be increased and they can genuinely be pushed to the customers. After having understood these 10 commandments of sales promotion, the objectives of sales, why a marketer is going for sales promotion, is pretty clear to all of us. I am sure we all are in a position now to understand why sales promotions are being used, or what are the major objectives of using sales promotion. So, the but obvious reason, first objective of sales promotion is to stimulate trial. Marketers want that even if you are not a buyer of a product or you have not purchased a product so far, then at least the sales promotion will trigger you to try that product at least once. And that trial, you never know, that trial can actually turn into a repeat buying, and consequently the product, the buyer would turn into a brand loyal for your brand. Therefore, it stimulates trials. Second is, they increases consumer inventory and consumption, another important point. Sales promotional offer usually works, and we often store items that are having longer shelf lives, or they are less perishable in nature. For example, whenever I get discount on a 1 kg or half kg pack of Nescafe, I would usually go to stock 2 packets of Nescafe rather than 1, because I knew that a sealed packet of Nescafe can be stored for a longer period of time. Therefore, it is increasing my inventory and consumption also. The third objective of sales promotion is to encourage repurchase. We all know that there is a term called loyalty programs. We have been accumulating so many points in our accounts, in our online accounts on online shopping portals, e-commerce sites like Myntra or Amazon, with every purchase that we do. Therefore, what these points are actually doing, these points are also somehow persuading me to go for repeat buying and use them again, buy something. So, these sales promotional offer actually encourages repurchase. Then it also neutralizes your competitors. Although competitors may use a similar kind of a gimmick in the market, but then yes, your distinct sales promotional offer can definitely defeat your competitors for a period of time, since till the time they came up with some new strategy. Therefore, for that time you can be the king. Next objective is increasing sales of complementary products. Important again, it is not only about pushing one product. Sales promotional offers can also see package deals. They can also see that you are buying X product and the Y product has been attached with it with certain promotional offer. So, you are buying let us assume you are buying a Pepsi and you are getting a Leher Bhujia packet along with it for a reduced price. Therefore, it is also pushing the sales of complementary products. It may be the products of your own brand, or it may be of some other brand. We will come to that in the subsequent slides. Next objective is stimulating impulse buying, very critical again. Sales promotional offers persuade us, they really stimulate the impulsive feeling within us. Many a times I really do not want to shop, but I shop because I can see whenever I go to online sites, I can see the pop-up window which is saying Amazon Grand India Festival, Flipkart Big Billion Days, Myntra sale from 18 to 22nd October. Now, these sales promotional offers just give rise to that impulsive feeling within me to go and buy. And last, it also allows for flexible pricing. Marketers need to be flexible in their pricing so that they can capture different set of customers from time to time. Therefore, sales promotional offers are the best way to be flexible in your pricing. Now, let us discuss some of the sales promotional techniques most commonly used by the marketers. The first sales promotional technique talks about price deals. So, the first option that we usually get, and we all are aware about it, the price deal. Now, the price deal is a temporary reduction in the price of a product, and they can be done in two ways. One, it could be a cents off deal, that is a slash on the price, and second, it can be a price pack deal. That means you are buying one quantity or two or three, multiple quantity. So, if you are buying multiple quantity of the same product, you are getting it on a reduced price. So, price pack deals are very common with us. Price deals are very common. We have been seeing it since childhood. We have seen brands clearly mentioning, or they are coming up with rupees 15 off, and that is mentioned very clearly on the very packaging of that particular product. plain flat sense of deal. And we have seen, if you are buying a cold drink, if you are buying a Coca-Cola of 2 liter for 80 rupees, you may also see another offer which is saying buy 2 Cokes. Ideal price should have been 160, but it was only 140. So, again we would prefer to buy something in which we are getting more quantity for a reduced price. The second sales promotional technique that we have seen are coupons, another important and interesting thing. We have been seeing coupons available in different forms. Rather, with the technology infusion, we have been seeing coupons through digital medias also. We have often been using coupon codes. We have been asking to others if they have some coupon voucher with them. We have been using coupon codes on while booking an Ola, while booking an Uber, while going to Zomato, while going to a restaurant. So, anybody and everybody these days, probably all the marketers ranging from anywhere to everywhere, they are using coupons as one of the important technique of sales promotion. Now, here comes one question that we have just missed upon is how do I differentiate between sales promotion and why is sales promotion actually required when I as a marketer is already doing advertising? So, I would like to make it clear. The prime purpose of advertising was to create awareness, while sales promotion prime objective is to trigger the sales for a period of time. So, whenever a marketer is trying to increase the sales over a period of time by doing something that can be in the market for a span of time, and that can actually persuade the customers to take immediate action and buy something on some reduced price or some better incentives or benefits, that is called sales promotional activity. So, marketers may have understood that even when you as a brand is very popular among the customers, everybody knows you, you are a brand like Tata's, you are a brand like Reliance, you are a brand like ITC, everybody knows you, everybody believes in you, still you go for promotional activities, you are going for sales promotional activities, you are going for consumer sales promotion because you know that the customers are already aware about you, but then you need to trigger the sales over a period of time. So, whenever the festival comes, they would go for some sales promotional offer, whenever there is New Year, they would again come up with some offer, and anytime and every time these days. So, marketers are trying to identify different times or different types of customers who are actually looking for some extra incentives, some extra benefits. Therefore, they go for sales promotional techniques that we are discussing here. The second technique I have just told is coupon. A coupon is typically a printed certification giving the bearer a stated price reduction or special value on specific product, generally for a specific period. Important is to understand that coupons are offered by the marketers that will help you assess a price reduction, that will help you gain a price reduction for or a special value on a specific product, and especially they are for specific time period. So, we have already seen so many coupons that clearly mentions valid till this particular date, month and year. Therefore, coupons are not for use, eternal use, or whenever you want to use them throughout your lifetime. No, they are time bound and they will give you some price slash, and you can use them in order to get some price reduction whenever you purchase a product of that particular category. Then another two sales promotional techniques that we are aware of is rebates and cross promotions. Now, what are rebates? A rebate is a cash reimbursement, important words to be noticed here, cash reimbursement to a buyer for purchasing a product. That means, when the manufacturer is giving a cash reimbursement to the consumer in view of their purchase, but only when the customer is showing a proof of that particular purchase, they are getting that cash reimbursement. This is called rebate. Now, let us take an example. What is rebate is exactly? Let us say Maruti has recently launched a new car of theirs in the market, and they have come up with a sales promotional technique. They have plainly advertised flat 50,000 rupees off on this car for anybody who is already owning a Maruti car. Come up with the proof. So, as and when they communicated this message, this was specifically meant for anybody who is already having a Maruti car and is planning to purchase another car of Maruti that has been recently launched in the market. They will get slash a price discount, a price benefit, your cash reimbursement of 50,000 rupees. But for that, for availing this offer, you have to show the proof of owning a Maruti car already. This is how rebates work. Brands in FMCG category also may use that. We have probably seen or we have witnessed offers like bring a used packet or an empty packet of Gillette razor and get 5 rupees off on the next purchase or something like that. So, the entire focus of rebates are that you are getting a cash reimbursement for a purchase of your product, but then you have to show a proof attached to it. Cross promotions, as I have just discussed, they can be two entities who are coming together and creating a win-win situation wherein they are sharing the cost of advertising and sales promotion. Very most commonly used example that we have all seen are in quick service restaurants, or that commonly called as QSRs. For a Coke and a McDonald's burger, you are getting an offer. Why have you converted this into a meal? They are two different entities. McDonald's is a separate entity, Coca-Cola is a different entity, still they are coming together and giving a promotional offer, because they both want to create win-win situation for themselves and for the customer as well. This is how the cross promotional offers work. The next two consumer sales promotional techniques are contest or games and premiums. Now again, contest and premiums are contest and games are really popular, but contest and sweepstakes are important to understand. There is a difference between a contest and a sweepstake. Marketers are conducting both. Now, when I say contest, it is to offer a prize or incentive or benefit to somebody who has actually performed the best. So, it is performance based offer. But when I say sweepstake, it is a random lottery based offer. So, let us assume Maggi has initiated a contest by saying ki you have to submit your entries on Maggi recipes. Means what creative can you cook out of Maggi noodles, you have to share your recipes on this particular email ID. The best recipes that would be shortlisted would be getting this hamper from Maggi. This was a contest. They got n number of entries, the best recipe was shortlisted, screened and then awarded. But when they say with every pack of Maggi you would be getting a coupon code inside is, you just have to send an SMS to this particular number sharing that coupon code. And there would be a lottery at the end of the month. Whosoever number would come in the lottery would get a Maggi hamper. This was a sweepstake. So, there is the difference between both these terms. So, marketers are often using a combination of these two. They are using sweepstakes also and they are using contest also. So, what they do usually is they conduct a contest, they get good amount of entries, and when they find that they are having too many entries who are all best, then they would pick one out of them randomly. So, it is a combination of a contest and a sweepstake. Next is premiums. Premium is an item given free or at a bargain price to encourage the consumer to buy. Something that is attached with a product or an item which can be given free to the consumers or at a very, very reduced price. This is how we understand the concept of premium. The last two are sampling and advertising specialities. Samples we have all seen, marketers are usually using samples, a very small pack of the original product that is made available to the consumers of free of cost. The samples can be distributed from door to door, they can be sent through mails, they can be in-store sample, they can be attached with the product samples, and they can even be distributed at different events. The purpose of sampling is to make aware of the customer, to increase the awareness of the customer about your brand and make them use your brand at least once. And last is advertising speciality. The interesting sales promotional technique, advertising speciality says it is also a promotional product, it is also called a promotional product. This is an item of useful or interesting merchandise that is given away free of charge, but typically carrying an imprinted name or message. So, we have seen t-shirts, we have seen caps, we have seen sippers, water sippers, we have seen mugs that are usually given at times free to the customers, but they are having the name of the brand or the punchline attached to it, so that the consumer, whenever the consumer use that, they can always look at that punchline or logo or brand name of yours and recall that yes, you as a marketer are also there in the market. So, these were the sales promotional techniques, consumer sales promotional techniques that are being used by the marketers, and they really persuade the consumers to buy their products to a great extent. With this, we come to the end of the consumer promotional sales promotionals that are used by the marketers from time to time to help consumers avail products at a better price and to increase their profits in the market and to maintain continuity. I hope you all have enjoyed it. Thank you so much.